Such good stuff there, gents, and so much action, and it's so good to see some new South African talent coming through there. Now, recently we also had a chat with you, Mzansi, and we asked you what your most delicious dishes were and what you've been cooking, and we absolutely, I must say, loved every single meal menu that you sent through. Now, one that really raised our eyebrow was Darnielle Stroebel's, and it was suggested that a scrumptious chicken liver recipe go down in a peppery sauce, and that was with the superior quality of Clover Fresh milk. And that's what we are about to cook right up for you for lunch. So we've got all the inspiration you need, and here to show us how it's done is the owner of Leo's Events and Catering. It's Chef Bert, and Leo is taking the lead in the kitchen. Chef Bert, how are you doing this morning?
I'm well, how are you doing?
Fantastic, man. I want to invite you to the family of Espresso. This is the first time you're in the kitchen, right?
Yes, it is.
And what do you think?
It's amazing, you know, it's a lovely experience for me, to be honest with you.
Especially early on a Monday morning, you never get this kind of energy anywhere else, man. So let's get to cooking, because we never have enough time to do this, but we can. And you're going to show us how. So where are we starting? What's the game plan?
Okay, so the game plan is to have a hot pan. We're going to add some butter to it. All right. So we can get it hot.
Ooh,
nice and hot.
Lovely. And what is not good without butter, right?
Yeah.
I've stumped the chef there. Yes, 1 point for me. All right, what have you just chucked in there as well?
I just threw in the onions.
Okay.
We're just going to give the onions some color.
All right. And roughly, for the guys at home, how long would a process like this take? Is the pan pretty hot? I'd imagine it seems like it's
It was a bit too hot, yes. But, you know, it doesn't matter. As long as you get the aeration into it and it cools it down, so lifting it off the heat as well.
Right.
And you can put it down again. So
do we have to be able to do that flicker? Is
no,
that part
you
of
can use a spatula.
Is it going to taste better if we do that?
You never know. Okay, so while the onions is now going, so we've got some nice color onto it, we'll add some chicken livers to it.
Yeah, chicken livers. Now, I know this is quite an interesting food type, to be very honest with you. There's a mixed theories going around, but I know so many people down in our side of the world, down in SA, love livers, and there's so many different ways you can prepare liver, right?
Yeah, there's lots of ways.
If we didn't do it like the way you're doing now, what would you maybe suggest?
You know, to start all the basics, you will always have to have it in a hot pan with some onions, some garlic, and things like that. Always season it. But I like my chicken livers with some chili.
Okay.
Love it with chili. And I love doing a parfait as well, like a pate, and have it with some fresh bread.
I feel like you chefs have this, like, spicy thing in common. Chef Clem on the show, you know, he's a resident chef. He loves his spices.
Oh, we do.
If you heard you saying, throw some chili in this, he'd be like, oh, I found a friend.
No, we love chili. No, spicy is the flavor of life anyway.
It is.
So, yeah, it always just brings it up. It opens up the palate a little bit as well. So, to allow more flavors in. While the chicken livers is getting some color onto it. So we like to toss pans.
I see this. This is something I need to master to get to these chef levels you guys are on. I love that.
We'll sprinkle some flour on.
Okay, now this is where I'm going to start watching you, because everything you've done so far is typically quite traditional. You're sautéing, you're browning your meat, but now we're going to do something interesting, and I see our hero ingredient might be coming into the party too,
yes,
right?
our hero ingredient will be coming to the party. So this will be creating our sauce. The flour is the thickener of the dish. So everything will gel and emulsify nicely with each other. It creates a sauce.
So you're getting thickness from the flour, and then I would imagine the sauce elements being created from adding the milk. Okay. So we've got the full cream fresh milk, pasteurized by Clover right here. Obviously our hero ingredient, full of all the healthy nutritional value that you do need. And this is where I need to pay attention, because...
So we just have to do is just add the milk.
So we're not making a liver breakfast. Bulking, right? This is not a porridge.
This is not cereal, no. So as the flour cooks out, we'll thicken it out. And you can always adjust the seasoning. I like to add the garlic at the end of every dish that I make, because when you start too early with it, the garlic just disappears in flavor. So if you add it in towards the end, it will be there as well. And obviously a little bit of tasting throughout, just to make sure you season this right. So now with this all simmering, with the milk becoming thicker with the flour, you'll end up with a beautiful dish on.
Love this stuff. Now, guys, if you've just tuned in, shame on you, but don't worry, we got you covered. We've got this recipe on expressoshow.com. It's all the inspiration you need for lunchtime today and to get your meat craving on. We've just done something with liver over here, and Chef Burden showed us how. Man, I am absolutely impressed. It smells good. How long would it take eventually to get to that hero dish on the corner over there?
It shouldn't take too long. It should take about 10-15 minutes maximum. The whole dish to make should take you about 20 minutes.
It's actually pretty simple.
It's quite a simple dish to make.
I might try this this afternoon. Mzansi, let us know what you think, of course. But Can I say thank you so much for joining us this
pleasure.
Monday morning. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the kitchen. We hope to see you soon. And there you go, guys. ExpressoShow.com. You want this lunchtime recipe? Dig in.
Made with love by Clover.